and welcome. You're watching Unplugged TV India. This is Alice Francis. Let's get some major updates from around the world. 8 killed, 40 injured in Andhra Pradesh Chittoor district road accident. At least 8 persons were killed and more than 40 others were injured in a horrific road accident in Andhra Pradesh Chittoor district on late Saturday night. The accident took place when the private bus they were riding in crashed into a valley on the Ghat road near Bharat while negotiating a steep curve. The deceased were on their way to a wedding engagement scheduled for Sunday morning. The accident is thought to have been caused by the driver's irresponsibility as the mishap caused by overspeeding, according to a senior police official. The state of Andhra Pradesh has promised an ex gratia payment of Rs 2 lakh to each of the deceased relatives. Meanwhile, for the fifth consecutive day, petrol price increased by 50 paisa, diesel by 55 paisa. For the fifth day in a row on Sunday, the price of petrol was increased by 50 paisa per litre and the price of diesel was increased by 55 paisa per litre, bringing the total increase in rates since the commencement of daily price revisions less than a week ago to Rs 3.70 to 3.75 per litre. According to a price announcement from state fuel dealers, petrol will now cost Rs 99.11 per litre in Delhi, up from Rs 98.61 litre before, and diesel will cost Rs 90.42 per litre, up from Rs 89.87 previously. Rates have been raised across the country and they differ from state to state based on the amount of municipal taxation. All India Bank Employees Association has launched a 2-day Bharat Bandh. The All India Bank Employees Association has joined a combined forum of 4 central trade unions in calling for a statewide strike on March 28 and 29 to protest the central government's policies impacting employees, farmers and the general public. The bank unions are protesting the government's plan to privatize public sector banks and the Banking Laws Amendment Bill 2021. Road workers, transportation employees and electrical workers have all agreed to join the strike, according to a statement by the trade unions. The country's largest lender, State Bank of India, has warned that the walkout would disrupt financial services. In a latest development in the West Bengal violence, Central Bureau of Investigation has listed 21 people as suspects in the Birbhum case, in which 8 people were assaulted and burned alive earlier this week, causing political outrage. According to sources, the list of accused is identical to that of the state political. However, the agency has questioned Anurul Hussain, the bloc president of the ruling Trinamool Congress, who Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee guaranteed would be jailed. 6 women and 2 children, mostly members of a single family, were confined in their homes and burned alive by a mob in Boktui hamlet near Birbhum's Rapurhat town earlier this week, prompting around 20 arrests. The attack was purportedly carried out in reprisal for the murder of the Badhu Sheikh, a local Trinamool Congress politician who was killed in a bomb attack. The event was resulted in the arrest of at least 20 people by local police. Due to negligence, 2 policemen from the local police forces have been fired. State's opposition BJP demand a central probe alleging that local officials of the Trinamool Congress were engaged in the murders. The party also demanded that the state be governed by the president. Global update. Sri Lanka's oldest airport sees first international flight after 5 decades. Sri Lanka's oldest and first international airport was relaunched on Sunday with its first international flight landing in 54 years, aviation officials said. A flight from the Maldives landed at the Ratmalana International Airport in Colombo. The 50-seater Maldivian flight would operate 3 flights in a week to Colombo, which would be later expanded to 5 per week, the aviation officials further added. The Ratmalana airport was turned into a domestic airport after the Bandaranaik International Airport at Kutanaik was commissioned in the late 60s. The Bandaranaik Airport is the main international airport for flights to and from the Sri Lankan capital. Russia stuck Lviv with cruise missiles, says Ukraine Defense Minister. Russia struck military targets in the western Ukrainian city of Lviv with high-precision cruise missiles, the Russian Defense Ministry said on Sunday. Russia hit a fuel depot being used by Ukrainian forces near Lviv with long-range missiles and used cruise missiles to strike a plant in the city being used to repair anti-aircraft systems, radar stations and sites for tanks, the ministry said. Antony Blinken says US not seeking Russian regime change. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the US is not trying to topple Russian President Vladimir Putin despite its harsh condemnations of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Blinken's remark comes a day after President Joe Biden said of Putin during a speech in Warsaw, "For God's sake, the man cannot remain in power," Biden had said. Ukraine's substantial decrease in grain exports could provoke global food shortage. Ukrainian Agriculture Minister Mykola Slutsky said that after the start of Russian invasion on February 24, grain exports from Ukraine decreased from 4 to 5 million tons per month to several 100,000 tons. Reduced exports from Ukraine could provoke a global food shortage. Thank you for watching Unplugged TV India. If you like the video, please hit like, subscribe and share, and also do comment. This is Alice Francis signing off.